Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Modern Day Miracles podcast. I'm your host, Kennedy Moore, and today we have a very special guest. Her name is Makenna Sears, and I'm so excited to bring on because she has truly just become a sister to me. She's been so encouraging. I've had the pleasure of living with her for an entire year, and we just became so close. And especially through Christ, our relationship just grew and grew and grew. So many memories together, and I'm so excited to bring her on. So this is Makenna, and yeah, welcome Makenna to the podcast.
Thanks, Kennedy. I'm really excited for what this conversation is going to bring forth.
Yes, I'm so excited. This is so fun already. We're having so much fun, guys. All right, Makenna, just share maybe just a little about you, a little about your testimony, kind of how we met, where you're coming from, anything at all you want to share.
Sounds great. So yeah, I grew up in Colorado. I was born in Colorado. I don't remember what part I was born in Colorado though, and I lived there for a while. That's where most of my family is. Then I moved to Texas, which was a great place to be. Just very hot. And then I moved here to Wyoming, and I lived in 3 houses now in Wyoming, so we've been here about 9 years, which has been a great place. I love Wyoming, and it's where I met Kennedy, so obviously it's great. I've always grown up in a Christian household, and I've always known who God is. I never truly understood and accepted who he was until I lived in Texas when I got baptized. Then I moved to Wyoming, and I kind of lost track of my faith, and then I found a wonderful lady at our church, and she helped guide me back, and I feel stronger than ever in my faith, and I'm just really thrilled to be able to share it with others. And I can definitely say Kennedy living with us has helped my faith a lot too, just seeing the qualities of a young, beautiful, God-loving, and fearing woman, and it's just encouraged me so much. I have one sister and 2 adorable dogs.
Oh, that's so sweet. Yeah. No. I met the Sears through my church back in Wyoming. And yeah, we honestly I was living in the dorms, and then I really wanted to be living with a Christian household, like a Christian family, and I met the Sears and they offered me the opportunity. I was like, "No way." And then but little did I know I would gain a little sister from it. So it has just been so sweet. Like I'm so appreciative of them, and I just love Makenna so much. So this is just so exciting. Do you think you have always believed in miracles, or have you just sort of recently kind of gotten more involved, or how do you feel about them?
Yeah, great question. So, um, I would say for the longest time, I believed miracles happened in Bible times, 100%. But I would say that as time traveled on and the world became more sinful, I didn't believe in them as much. I knew they could happen. I just think they're rare, and
Yeah.
true miracles are rare.
Yeah.
Because it's human nature to lie, exaggerate, or just say things that didn't happen. Lie. So I would say yes, I believe in miracles. It's just finding a true miracle is truly a miracle. So I do believe in them, but I feel like they were more popular and truthful in the Bible times, rather now we're more not truthful about it. So
Yeah, and it's kind of like skewed too, because like a true like miracle is like, different from what others might say is a miracle. Like everybody's salvation is truly like a miracle, like it's like a free gift, but it's also like like it changes people's lives. So I would say that's a miracle. But then there's just all the different like types of miracles, like healings and just all different sorts. So it's like hard to like really truly define it. But yeah, yeah, that's fair. That's definitely fair. I think a lot of people just like get caught up in the storytelling, and it can be hard sometimes, especially when you are like so excited and like
yeah.
so Christ focused, because you want that to be the truth. And most times it is. Like I'm not to say that it's not, but like I could agree. And sometimes, things can be skewed different ways. So, but yeah, definitely. I definitely agree. So, was there like a main miracle, like either like growing up or like maybe like later on in your life? Do you think there was like a main overarching miracle that you experienced or maybe even just witnessed so far in your life?
Yeah. I would say I don't know if I would call it a miracle more so than a revolution. My terminology is getting mixed up. One of those two, but just a crazy, insane thing I have seen
Mm,
was I go to this amazing camp, Maranatha Bible Camp down near North
mm,
Platte in Colorado. And all there's like 360 of us who go there, and we went down to the lake one night because we have our own lake there, and this girl was getting baptized, and she got baptized, and then another girl came forward and she was like, I want to get baptized too.
mm.
And turns out we ended up canceling our night activities and had baptisms the whole night. We had three pastors baptizing. By the end of the night we were up to 100 people being baptized,
Wow.
and it was just like there were like tears everywhere. Like we could have started our own lake with the tears, let's be honest. But
Yeah.
like it was really crazy, and
Wow.
it was really powerful, and I'd say that was great. That was really special.
Wow. Was
Yeah.
it kind of like an on-set thing, or did you like kind of like feel like that it was gonna happen, like kind of in worship, or?
It was so at camp the worship and the scriptures get deeper and punch you harder the further into the week you get.
Mm,
This was on a Thursday. We leave Saturday, and
yeah.
the worship, everyone was literally on the floor. So, like, I remember looking up and there was one head still standing. Everybody was just down and they were like crying, and it was
Wow.
definitely a very emotional night, but I don't think these baptisms were emotion led. I feel they were definitely spiritual led.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, especially with baptism, it's not,
Mm.
yeah, usually, I don't know, done like out of worship. It's kind of like, I don't know. I kind of see it as like more like a repentance kind of a thing. Like, I'm doing this so that like I can be closer to God and truly like brought back to life again and dead in Christ, and then you're like risen back to life. So yeah, yeah, I definitely agree. But wow,
Yeah,
that is insane. That's so
it
cool. And like
it
what a
was
cool
great.
environment to be in. I truly believe like everyone should be in that sort of environment like sometime in their life,
Mhm.
whether it is like a worship session or like even a mission trip or like even at church. Like I don't know, our churches nowadays like aren't as like they don't feel like an adult Bible camp, like it's not like everybody's like jumping up and dancing around, but yeah, I definitely think like everyone should experience that and like truly just experience like the true joy that comes with that, because obviously that's such an intense feeling that everyone should feel. So
Yeah.
yeah, I definitely agree. That is really cool.
Yeah.
Wow. Is that like your main miracle, or do you have like another one or anything else that you want to talk about around that?
Mm, well, wait, what
Not
do
to
you
discount that, but
Yeah,
just I
no,
just want to make sure.
definitely. Well, it was really cool because my best friend got baptized in that big
Mm,
wave.
yeah.
Um, I would also say it was cool. There was a kid there who I'd been praying for a long time, and he got baptized. And this other girl who she's just crazy, she got baptized too, and it was just really cool to see literal lives being changed.
Yeah, it is.
I don't. It was just incredible. Um,
Yep.
Yeah, gosh, I'm even trying to think now. I know I have so many cool things
Yeah. Oh
that
yeah.
God has done in my life.
You told me a story one time of you like as like a little kid, like a baby or like a toddler, like with the stairs.
Oh, in Houston. Yeah, yep, that was a miracle indeed. Thank you, Kennedy. See, she helps jog my memory when it's broken. Why I love her. No, not the only reason, but yes, that is definitely a miracle. When I was about 5 or 6, um, I was mad at my sister because she had the iPad, because typical 5-year-olds, we get mad at everything. And I was mad at her because she had the iPad, and we lived in a 2-story house, and so I was storming down the stairs to tell my parents because I was mad about it. I wanted the
Yeah.
iPad, and
Yeah.
usual 5-year-old temper tantrums. And so as I was storming down the stairs, I don't even know how it happened,
You're
but
fine.
I fell over the railing 2 stories onto concrete. Um, I really don't remember much from that. My mom and I were just talking about this the other day, and she told me everything, and now I remember, it's her telling me, and that's the
Yeah.
memory.
Yeah.
But um it's a miracle I really didn't die, because mom said I was still, she couldn't tell if I was breathing. I was foaming at the mouth, my eyes were rolled back, like full on dead person look. It was
Oh.
um
Well,
they
kind of
moved
like a seizure, it sounds like.
yeah, they moved me to the couch, and they were doing mouth to mouth because they
I
couldn't
didn't
see
know
me breathing. And they called the paramedics,
that.
and the paramedics were like, "We could take her, but do you want to just take her down to the hospital?" So that was the crazy thing, is they weren't even
What?
worried about it.
Yeah.
Long story short, my parents load me and take me to the hospital. I have no memories of this. I do several scans, and I had no injuries from that. I do think now they've missed some possible brain damage that happened, but as of then, I had no injuries, and that in itself is another miracle. Like, I literally
Yeah.
looked dead. I could have died. I did it, and then I
Yeah.
didn't have like even a bruise or a scratch. Like,
Did
that
they ever
definitely.
tell you you were seizing though? Like a foam
So
seizure?
they never. I didn't seize. I was just literally foaming. Like, I didn't make any motions about seizing.
Oh, yeah.
I
That's
was
true.
just foaming at the mouth. My eyes were rolled back. I was still. You couldn't tell I was
Yeah.
breathing.
I don't know if that's exactly what a foam seizure is, but I
Yeah,
mean, it's kind of in the name, so maybe, I don't know. But I
I
mean, that
don't
would make
know
sense
much
about
about
like
Caesars.
the head
Caesars.
seizures.
Wait, how do you say it?
That's
Caesar,
funny.
Caesar, Caesars.
Seizures. Oh no. Oh wait. Is your
Seizures.
camera? Oh, I was gonna say. Lost you for a second. Um. Oh,
Yeah,
hello.
sorry about that.
Oh, you're
Huh?
good. You're good. Oh
Okay.
boy. Well, yeah.
However you pronounce it, I don't think
Regardless.
I had that.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
What?
It's like seizures. Got you.
Yeah, however you say that, I had that.
Got you. Okay. Oh, I feel like I had not heard it like to that extent before. Like that is way crazier than I had heard it before. Like you just said you like fell down the stairs, and I thought it was
No,
even just
I
like
didn't
one.
fall down the stairs. I fell over the side. And I
Oh.
remember, the only thing I remember is we had a bench underneath the stairs that I was trying to angle so I would drop onto the bench and could just step off. So I remember I was
Oh.
hanging onto the railing, and I was like, I gotta make it onto the bench. So I started like trying to angle myself. And as I was like trying to move my arms over so I was closer to it, I like lost balance and I fell down.
Interesting. I'm like, this is
Yeah.
hard to picture in my mind what's happening. Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting. Oh wow. Yeah, so you didn't even fall or jump or anything. That just like
No, I
so
fell. I
weird.
just slipped.
Yeah. Yeah. I just slipped.
I slipped. Well, because I was trying to move my arms over, and they like, 5-year-old arms aren't that strong. Like, let's be real. I'm
I
pretty
know.
weak.
You're just funny. You're like, no, I didn't fall. I just fell and slipped.
Yeah.
It's just funny. Oh, you're funny. That is certainly a miracle. Like, especially if were saying like, I don't know how you're alive. Like, were you like, you weren't even crying or anything either?
No, I literally was stiff as a rock. I wasn't moved. Stiff as a rock. Stiff as a board. Um. Then I was like foaming at the mouth, and I was like, my eyes were rolled back, like everything. I wasn't even moving. I wasn't crying.
Hmm.
Yeah. I remember pretty much nothing from that day.
Yeah, and especially from a young age, like, it's kinda hard to
Mm,
remember when you're, like, 5 years old. So, wow. That
yeah.
is insane. Like, that I think that's definitely, like, your biggest miracle so far. Other
So
than salvation, of course, because that's huge,
mhm.
honestly. Like, just how the gospel changes people's lives. But that's insane.
Yeah. I was
Wow.
gonna say, do you want another miracle I just thought of?
Of course, always. Tell me
Okay,
everything.
so I guess God has saved me from death like 2 or 3 times.
At
Um,
least. That you
probably
know
more
of.
that I don't know of, but
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, exactly, exactly.
Um, well, so I was on a trip and I was 7. Gosh, younger me was dangerous. I was like 7, and
It's always the kids.
it is like, bruh. But yeah, so so they have these long, like full body floats, where like you lay down on them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so we
The,
were
like,
in a
jacuzzi ones.
pool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we
Yeah.
were in a pool and my mom was laying on one of those and I decided I want to play taxi. Right? So I grab the edges of it and I start swimming forward with it and I pull her to one side and she gets off. I get my grandpa, he's on it. I'm pulling him to the other side of the pool and I keep doing this for like 10 minutes, taxiing people all over the pool. And finally the adults like get out and they still call me the little fish because I love water. So
Mm,
they just left me in the water because they knew I could swim well. Um
mm.
so they got out to chill, and I was taxiing no one, just air. So I was pulling it around, and I was taxiing, and some kid jumped in off the diving board, and it caused like a huge
Mm.
splash, where it like kind of waved, um, and that sent the what's it again? The floaty
Yeah,
straight
yeah.
over my head. And so I was stuck in the middle of this long thing,
Oh,
standing like
yeah,
this, and
yeah.
I couldn't get up, and it was long this way too, so I couldn't get
Right.
out. I seriously remember the feeling of suffocating. It was terrifying.
Oh
And
my God.
it was like heavy, so I couldn't shove it off and I couldn't push it this way.
Oh.
Um, Finally I managed to think to flip upside down and kick it, which I did, and I got out. But I remember I came up and I was like gasping and I couldn't breathe, and mom was like, "Are you okay?" And I was just like,
Oh,
but
wow.
yeah, and I still like that's the
Yeah.
terrifying thing is I still remember the feeling of dying, but like
Oh my
God was like,
goodness.
"Nope, not today."
Not
Push.
yet. Let me give her this idea. Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
it was
Wow.
insane. Like you'd
Wow.
think your body's under too
That
much
is.
stress to think, kick it. But like
Yeah.
God's like, no, you're not dying today.
Yeah. He's got you.
So I don't know, it was kind of crazy. It
That
was
is that is
yeah.
honestly very crazy. That is.
A lot of
That
my
is. I
deaths
know.
are around water or stairs.
A lot
But
of
don't let me near either of
my
those.
near deaths. Yeah. Yeah. Near death experiences are always so scary. And it always like puts it in perspective of just like how like close it can how close you are to death, like basically
Mm,
every single day, you know? But then it reminds you of heaven and you're like, oh yes, so nice.
yes. You're like, okay,
So
never mind, I'm not trying. No, I'm just joking.
yeah. No. No,
I mean,
no.
honestly, heaven
That's not
sounds pretty nice. Better than this
I
crazy
know.
world.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I
But
think about it literally every single day. Seriously, every
mm,
single day. But
yeah.
yeah. Well, any others that you can think of? I don't want to cut you off, but
Um, Gosh, I'm sure there's more. I just can't think of
yeah.
them right now.
Yeah, but I also don't want to pressure you in saying them too. With all that, do you think that God is like preparing you for something right now, or like preparing you for your next season, or like where do you feel like you're at in like your time frame in your schedule, let's say, that God has for you?
Um, Gosh, I feel God is preparing me for a long and bumpy road, and I feel he's preparing me to be able to grab on to him, and
Mm,
like even in the moments when I'm holding on to life literally by a thread to make sure it's the
yeah.
hem of his garment.
Yeah.
And I feel he's definitely preparing me for a battle. I feel he's definitely
Yeah.
training me as one of his soldiers for something. Yeah, I definitely believe God is guiding me to out of boot camp and into war. So
Yeah,
I
guys, if you don't know McKenna personally, she is obsessed with anything World War I, World War II. Like, she's obsessed. I think we should know about your obsession with all of that.
what do you mean you want to know about my obsession? It's an obsession.
That's
What do you
true.
want to
That's
know?
true.
Like
Like how it relates, like how you cope with things and
oh golly. Are we sure we want to go
see?
down that path?
See?
It's a weird one.
Just
Okay.
like tell them, like tell everyone like what you told me, like what you've told me in the past.
Okay, those listening, take a seat, please. You're gonna need it. Um, yeah, this is gonna sound really weird, and this is gonna have to be one of those trust the process moments because you're gonna have to trust the process. Um, I'm sorry if you don't agree with me, but this is like my thingy. Um, so yeah, the I would seriously say the only way I'm able to cope through life and stay alive is I'm having a lot of hard challenges right now. And the only way I'm really able to truly make them through is obviously, other than God, is World War II. That has been my saving grace. And for me, it's if they can survive a day with the fear of death, I can survive 1,000 days because I'm not constantly stressed about someone pointing a gun at me or being
Mm,
sent to a work camp. The
yeah,
worst I have to deal with is some little things throughout the day that are really small compared to what they have to go through. I
yeah,
even think of oftentimes resistance workers, and if they can fight back against the brutality they face, I can fight back against a day that's not being the best. And
yeah.
so World War II has seriously been the most inspiring and it sounds silly but uplifting thing for me because
Mm,
seeing everything that those people go through reminds me that I can do anything if they could do that. You know, if they
yeah,
can run for their lives, I can make it through a day.
yeah,
And that is seriously probably the only thing keeping me going right now is the feeling that they've made it through more than we could ever imagine. One day's not going to kill me.
yeah.
Um, Especially Corrie Ten Boom. I could talk about her for hours. We don't have hours. Please look her up. She is the best way to best person to research. Is not a waste of your time. I
Mm,
promise.
yeah.
She also is such an inspiration to me. Um, and I always go back to her quote thinking about happiness is not something that depends on our surroundings. It's something we make inside ourselves. And that's just always inspiring to me. And she's World War II, and so that's just it's truly inspiring. Just yeah. I really love World War II, and I have a very soft spot for that. I just recently picked up two magazines from 1943 and 1944,
Mhm.
Life's and the Post magazine, and I've been reading through the stories in there, and it makes me feel more strong because it makes me know I'm not going through that much. I mean, it seems like a lot to me, but they literally went through more.
Yeah,
I don't know. It really inspires me when I read those stories. So yeah,
yeah.
my little nerdy side of me coming out. But I mean, obviously, if you want to hear more, I
Yeah,
have more. But one,
yeah.
I don't want to take up too much time.
Right. No, no, no. Yeah, definitely get in call. She's your girl. If you have any questions or anything.
Yeah,
She's not probably. She's definitely read like every single book ever written. Every single
definitely.
magazine, like you heard it here, like she literally just
Yeah,
got some more, which I find unbelievable because seriously, like since the day she was born, she was reading from from the books and magazines. She was watching the movies when she was born.
girl, I
So
have to tell you about something. Okay, for all y'all listening, I do not remember the name of the show to save my life. I'm sorry. I am 100% confident, though. It is the History Channel. And they did like a 10-year search and they found footage from media reporters in World War II who documented battles. And then they got the soldiers, that some of them who were still alive from those battles, and they told what happened in the battle. They played the actual footage from that and did a voiceover of him describing what was happening in the battle. So every bit of video footage you see was actual footage that was filmed in World War II. Like, none of it is CGI or anything. Like, they don't even show like the soldier talking about it or anything. It's all black and white footage from World War II. Like, I even got to see into like parts of Germany and stuff. Like,
Wow.
if you're obsessed with World War II, please go look at this, because it's gonna up your nerdy level to like a bagillion. It's amazing. I really recommend it. So anyway, sorry, you already
That's
said me.
perfect. Yes, no, it is always welcome. Always. That's so cool. That's honestly so cool.
It's
How,
incredible.
I'm curious to see like how you've been able to like have you been able to connect God with that? Like obviously Corrie Ten Boom is like a very godly
Mm-hmm.
woman, but like in your struggles, have you been able to like see God working and or like connect God to that at all? Like I guess all three, honestly, maybe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I definitely have been able to see God in that. I mean, even in World War II, I I just know that people, their times were so desperate that they reached out to the only secure thing they knew, which is God.
Mhm.
And for many people, that's different denominations or different kinds of religion, but still some sort of spirituality in their own
Yeah.
form.
Right.
Um, so yes, I definitely can see parts of that. And when I struggle, and I know that God is there. I know He is, and I choose to never forget that. And I don't understand how people could become angry at God for struggles that come into their life. I know some people can get angry at that, but I just can't understand how. And I can always see that God is right there with me, and that He needs me in these struggles right now to encourage others later.
Mm,
So yes, I can see God in both.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's so cool. I love how you said that.
Thanks.
Definitely true. I know it's really interesting because like I don't know, there's like a lot of people who believe that you just need to like pray everything away and like you don't deserve to struggle and like you need to like tell that thing that it doesn't have authority over you and like God has authority over it. But it's honestly like it's also like that balance of like we are like meant to like not meant to struggle, but like there will be struggles in this life because it's not heaven. Like otherwise we
Mhm.
wouldn't need a savior if we weren't struggling. So I don't know, it's like a balance of like struggling but also like and relying on God, but also like tasting his goodness and not
Mhm.
sticking just in the struggles and just like yeah, like only focusing on the struggles. So
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, that's good.
Mhm.
That's good.
Yeah.
Has there been like a verse or like a quote or anything that has like particularly stuck out to you during this time?
Yeah. Um, yeah, the Corey quote for sure. The happiness quote. Um, Another one of Corey's quotes for sure. It's no, this was by Betsy, her sister. Pretty
Mm-hmm.
sure. You could fact check me on this. But it's never be afraid of an unknown future to a known God. That
Mm-hmm.
has really encouraged me a lot. Um that one's been great. I'm pretty sure it's Corey, but you can figure it out for yourself if you want to know. Um, and then yeah, I'm gonna be so for real and honest with y'all. Um, I had okay, so there's one verse that has been incredible to me. I have a few chronic illnesses, so I have a hard time remembering things, and this is the only verse that has been able to stick in my brain, and it's incredible. It's Isaiah 41:10, and it's fear not, for I am with you, be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and comfort you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. And
Mm-hmm.
that has just been of so much encouragement to me beyond words. I also have alopecia, and I do get shots for them for it. and those are very painful shots. And that is the verse that has encouraged me the most, is when I'm in the most pain I feel I'll ever feel, I just whisper that verse, and it's just been the most encouraging thing to me. Just, not to fear. God is there with me. He'll hold me in his hands and he loves me. And I don't know. I feel like that verse is just truly a beautiful verse to keep in heart.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I
Yeah.
would definitely say Corrie Ten Boom quotes and Isaiah 41:10.
Yep. You got it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, those are both really, really good. Like, Corey and the family, either way, regardless of like who said it, that's so true. And I feel like, everybody like struggles with change and the unknown. So everybody can relate to that and can see like such truth in that too.
Mhm.
But yeah, change is necessary. Like you can't grow, especially to deepen your relationship with God, you can't grow with God without change. So it's definitely
Yeah.
necessary. But
Yeah.
um yeah, and then the song or Isaiah is so good too. I feel like people
It's
always
cute.
forget about Isaiah too. Like it's always like
Yeah.
Psalms, Proverbs, like books of encouragement, but then like Isaiah is actually like a really, really good book for that too. So yeah, that's huge. And that
Mhm.
encompasses so much. Like I'm with you, I'll hold you, I'll be there for you. Like that's just like everything that you need to hear in those hard moments. So
Yeah.
that's a really good one to memorize. So proud of you,
Mhm.
McKenna.
Thanks.
Yes. But
Yeah.
yeah, do you have like a favorite book of the Bible at all? And why?
Yes. I would say the Psalms. Poetry. It is
Mhm.
a lot of poetry. If you know anything about me, I love World War II, obviously, but I also love poetry.
Mm,
Poetry is my favorite thing ever. Reading it, writing it. I even do visual poetry. I draw it. It's
mhm.
one of my favorite things ever. And so I love Psalms because it's just so poetic.
Yeah.
Um, Poetry is easy for me to understand, and I have short attention span, and that just catches my span. So, which is not a
Yeah.
great thing because I need to read the Bible, but you know.
Right, right, exactly. I think a lot of people can relate to that these days too. I definitely can for sure. But and our phones aren't helping us, but you know, and we are able
Yeah,
to connect like this. So there's good and there's bad in it. So,
yeah,
but yeah. And some of the songs are like so long, so they're like really, really cool and really good. And they're all like so like different. Like you think it's like the same thing 'cause there's so many of them. But
yeah,
like no, there's not even one that's like the same at all, which just doesn't make sense to me at all. Like there's a lot of
yeah,
things that just don't make sense and they won't make sense, but it's crazy. It's so crazy. That's how you can learn. That's how you can learn so much about the Bible every single time you read it, and you'll always
mhm,
find something new. Like no matter if you have the whole Bible memorized, like there's always something that you'll find or something that God will show you in that moment. And so it's important to be open and pray, honestly, is a huge thing too. So,
yeah.
um, what else? Have you taken a spiritual gifts test?
I'm
And or
hoping
how do
to.
you feel about it?
I'm hoping to soon. However, I feel like I already have been told what my spiritual gifts are and kind of
Yeah.
know what that
Yeah.
looks like.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. What do you
yeah.
think?
Well, okay. So I always hate when people ask you, "What are your spiritual gifts?" Because it almost feels like bragging, but it's not.
No, it's not
It
bragging
just
at
feels
all.
like, "Yeah, I'm so great at this." But it's not. It just feels that way. So
Yeah.
don't take it like that. It's
I'm
not.
kind of, none of us were gonna take it that way. So, you little
Okay.
humble queen, nobody thinks you're prideful, okay?
Okay. Well, I would definitely say that one of my gifts is encouragement,
Mm-hmm. I knew you were gonna say that.
hospitality, giving, just like any way I can like actually love on someone and help
Mhm.
them.
Yeah.
That's essentially my gift. If I can help you, encouraging you, giving you something, any way,
Cooking,
praying for
baking.
you,
Yep, exactly.
that's my
Yep.
gift.
Yeah. I absolutely agree. Yes.
Yeah.
McKenna also loves cooking and baking and just food in
No
general.
baking is
So,
no
well,
baking. I will
yeah. She
burn your
said you
baked
can't be
goods.
both. You can't be good at both,
You
but
can't. There's a different science to it. Because, like with
yeah.
baking, you have to be precise and you can't watch it bake. And cooking, you can adjust it as it cooks. I will
Mm.
literally burn your baked goods or they will be raw. So do not ask me for a cookie.
That's
I
funny.
can't. I can make really good tiramisu, but you don't really have to
Mm.
cook that, is the key. So
Right. Right.
I cook really
Right.
well though, and I love cooking. That is my biggest passion other than World War II and
Wow.
Jesus. But I really love cooking.
She does. She
So
does. That's really true, actually. I never thought about it that way, too. Like, you can,
yeah,
like, change things about it while you're cooking it, whereas baking, it's just like,
yeah,
well,
you have to hope for the
I just made
best.
that, I just stuck it in the oven, and that's it, can't change it now. That's actually really
Yeah.
true. That's really cool. I never thought about it that way.
Hmm.
I'm just so proud of you for just the way that you're growing and, yeah, just the way you're maturing and encouraging people. I just love that. So
Thanks.
sweet. Thanks.
Question mark?
She's also working on taking compliments for herself, so
Yeah, got a bit of a problem.
she's too humble. She's way too humble. Um, hmm. Any last minute thoughts slash what did God say to you today, this week, or what do you think he's like currently doing in your life?
Oh
Take that
golly.
however you want. I like to ask very broad questions if you can't tell. But
Hmm.
however that spoke to you, go ahead.
Okay.
This was
Golly.
such a fun episode. Sorry, you guys are gonna be like, they
What
were
the
being
heck?
crazy in the episode, but
No,
sorry,
because
you're
this is
welcome.
not normal. Like, we are normally crazier. Like, is crazier a word? Like,
Kenna,
we're just like,
don't tell them that.
sorry, no, we are
I'm
normal
kidding.
humans. We are like calm. This is
I'm
not
kidding.
normal. Like,
Oh my gosh.
we're never like this, by the way.
Never,
Anyways, do to
ever.
do.
I'm gonna tell.
Um, okay, yeah. So I, okay, I'm gonna answer your question in two parts.
Okay,
Hopefully, I
perfect.
get
Perfect.
this. Hopefully, I
No,
get
that's
this
perfect.
right.
Oh, that would be
Um,
great.
okay. So I would say what God has been telling me the past week or couple of days is I'm gonna quote my favorite band for King and Country. Oh
Yes,
my gosh, I
absolutely.
am a diehard for
How
King
did
and
we go
Country.
this long without talking about them? Oh
I
my
don't know,
goodness.
but I
Wow,
am like
we were feeling off.
that is the other thing other than World War II that is getting me through life is their words and their songs. And oh my gosh, I'm a diehard for King and Country person. Oh my gosh, I just love them so much. Um Anyways, off topic. Well, not really, but anyways, I feel like the one thing God has been telling me a lot recently is to hold on, pain ends, and that even through the darkness, He is there with me, and I'm not actually alone, no matter how alone I feel.
Yeah.
Um, which I think is just beautiful, and I needed
Yeah.
that reminder, so thank you,
Mhm.
Lord. Um, Yeah, and I would say something feel I need to tell y'all, and something the Lord is saying, yo, tell them this. Not he's not
Yeah.
saying yo, but well, you never know. But sorry, I have major squirrel brain. Um, anyways, is I feel like one of the biggest ways I love encouraging people is to embrace the unique them and
Mhm.
to realize that the beauty standard is just a standard and it's not real
Yeah.
and to embrace the unique them.
Mhm.
um Ever since I got alopecia, I was very insecure and I was nervous because, oh golly, what if the wind blows? Because Wyoming, there's a lot of wind. So like,
Yeah.
what if the wind blows and it looks horrible? And I was very insecure and still I'm coming out of that. This is a wig,
Mhm.
so I'm still coming out of that. But I realized the importance of embracing the unique you.
Mm.
Um, you may not be that skinny girl with blonde hair and great lashes you see on the internet, and
Mhm.
that's fine because the way God created you is the way you're meant to be, and that is
Right.
beautiful.
Right.
Um, with having chronic illnesses, I struggle to work out because it exhausts me so much. So I've embraced the fact that I'm not going to be that skinny girl on the internet who has perfect hair, perfect teeth, and a perfect life because that is not
Mhm.
real. What's
Yeah.
real is what God has given you. And
Mm.
so I would just say embrace the unique you and show any scars you have. Don't feel like you have to cover anything. You don't owe anyone any apologies. And as long as you're pleasing the Lord, you're on the right track.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I would just say, just make sure you embrace who you are and don't try and hide the true self you are.
Yeah. Oh, that's
Right.
perfect. See, such wisdom. She's like 6, she's like 17. She just has
Six.
her whole life ahead of her and she just knows everything basically now. Just kidding.
I wouldn't go that far, dearest.
She knows a lot more than a lot of people her age do, and I'm just so proud of her. So,
Thanks.
you're doing great. Yeah, anything else come up? I think that might be it, honestly. If not, so
Yeah, I feel like that pretty much
that
sums
that
up.
about sums it up.
Yep.
Sounds good. All
Good
right.
stuff.
Well, I will let McKenna pray us out this time. So
Okay.
go ahead, McKenna, take us away.
Okay. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for letting us gather here today to just have wonderful discussion and to be with my great friend Kennedy. And just thank you for everyone listening. I pray that they were just encouraged and uplifted and that they take away some bit of today that really helps them. And I pray that they would just learn to embrace the unique them and that they would learn that beauty standards aren't real and that you created them perfect just the way they are, and that no matter what battles they're facing or whatever is happening in their life, they'll just hold on to you, the rock of our lives. And just thank you for Kennedy's podcast. And I hope that it'll continue to encourage and uplift others as she continues along this path. Thank you for your many blessings. It's your heavenly and holy name I pray. Amen.
Amen. Oh, that was
Amen.
beautiful. So well said. Good job, McKenna.
Thank you.
Oh, this was truly so much fun. I actually just adore
Yes.
you so much, and I miss you so much. So thank you
Miss
so
you
much for
too.
spending this time.
Of
Oh,
course. I wish
yes.
we could have gone longer.
I know. I wish,
So
but
fun though.
yes, so much fun. Well, yes, as McKenna said, I hope you are encouraged to look out for your next miracle. And not only
Mm,
that, but to just deepen your relationship with the Lord. And yeah, honestly, just know that you are never alone and that He is always with you
mm.
and wants to have a relationship with you. So, yeah, thank you all so much for listening. We'll see you guys next
Thank
week.
you.
Bye.
Bye.